southern Sudan may have killed 140 people. Yemen says the Nigerian accused of trying to blow up a U.S.-bound passenger plane was recruited by Al-Qaeda while studying in London. And the chilly weather continues its grip on Europe, causing transport disruption and keeping people away from work and the schools. Hello, we're coming to you live from Beijing, and a very warm welcome to this news update here on CCTV International. I'm Yu Ze. Let's see what's happening at this hour. China is against the sale of U.S. arms to Taiwan, saying that the move undermines China-U.S. relations. And the transaction announced by the U.S. Defense Department allows a U.S. arms company to sell advanced Patriot air defense missiles to Taiwan. Yuan Xiaoyuan has our top story.
For the second time in 3 days, China voices opposition against the issue, which it claims is at the country's core national interests.
Our stance of firmly opposing U.S. arms sales to Taiwan has been consistent and clear. We have already made stern representations to the U.S. We urge the U.S. to clearly recognize the serious harm arms sales to Taiwan has.
Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Jiang Yu's remarks came amid reports the U.S. Defense Department signed a contract for an unspecified number of advanced Patriot missiles to be sold to Taiwan. U.S. media reports the deal includes $6.5 billion in arms. The deal was approved in late 2008 during the Bush administration. Defense analysts say the hardware of the arms are some of the best in its class and can be used to deal with short and mid-range missiles. China is warning the United States of the severe consequences of selling the arms to Taiwan. They claim the move will undermine Sino-U.S. cooperation.
We urge the U.S. to abide by the 3 Sino-U.S. joint communiques, especially the principles in the August 17th communique, and to stop selling arms to Taiwan.
The August 17th communique states the U.S. would not seek to carry out a long-term policy of arms sales to Taiwan and to gradually reduce these transactions. But the U.S. walked away time and again and upgraded the arms it sold to Taiwan. Chinese experts say if the U.S. insists on doing things their way, it may have a negative impact on the long-term development of China-U.S. relations. Yuan Xiaoyuan, CCTV.
The United Nations Humanitarian Office in Sudan has confirmed that an attack may have killed about 140 people in one of the most remote parts of the southern part of the country. Officials in semi-autonomous southern Sudan say that they are deeply concerned about intertribal fighting in the Tanj East area in Warrap State over the past week. And the deputy governor of the state says that armed men from the Nuer tribe have attacked cattle keepers grazing cows in the swamplands, stealing as many as 5,000 domestic animals and killing 139 people. A surge of tribal violence in 2009 killed about 2,500 people and forced 350,000 to flee their homes in the south. The southern Sudan government has vowed to use all efforts to end the tribal violence. Also, a senior Yemeni government official says that the Nigerian man accused of attempting to bomb a U.S.-bound plane on Christmas Day was recruited by a British-based cell of Al-Qaeda. And the official says that the man might have met with a radical American Yemeni cleric linked to Al-Qaeda before the attack. Yang Weihan has the details.
Yemen's Deputy Prime Minister Rashad Al-Alimi said on Thursday that 23-year-old Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib was recruited by Al-Qaeda in London, where he studied engineering at the University College between 2005 and 2008.
From 2005 to 2008, Abdul Muttalib lived in Britain, and there we believe that he was recruited by the extremist group in Britain. That is why Britain did not allow him to return to finish his master's degree, because of the concerns raised by the British security authorities.
Abdul Muttalib is believed to have embraced the extreme religious views during trips to Yemen to study Arabic and Islam last year. Officials said the man might have met with the US-born radical cleric Anwar al-Awlaki in Yemen. The cleric is a popular figure among al-Qaeda sympathizers.
There is no doubt that Abdul Muttalib met with elements from al-Qaeda in Shabwa province, and in particular, perhaps he met with Anwar al-Awlaki.
Yemeni forces launched an airstrike last month against a hideout of militants in Shabwa, where they say al-Qaeda leaders were holding a meeting. There were rumors at the time that al-Awlaki was killed in that strike, but other reports say he escaped and is on the run. Yang Weihan, CCTV.
In the middle of the security reasons, Italy plans to introduce full-body scanners at several Italian airports within the next 3 months. The scanners will be used at airports in Rome, Milan, and Venice. Italy joins the US, Britain, and the Netherlands in installing the scanners. And the announcement comes after a Nigerian man's alleged attempt to blow up a US airliner flying from Amsterdam to Detroit on Christmas Day. And Italy's interior minister will push to have the full-body scanners installed at airports throughout Europe. And turning to the Middle East, Iraq and Iran agreed to hold meetings next week to define and mark their disputed border. In the following weeks, they will continue talks on the demarcation of land borders as well as marine borders between the two nations. During a 2-day visit to Baghdad, Iran's Foreign Minister Mamoushir Mottaki said oil fields in some border areas could provide a chance for bilateral cooperation. And the two countries share a border that is almost 1,500 kilometers long. And on December the 18th, Iranian troops crossed into southern Iraq and seized an oil well, but later withdrew. Now, 7 people, including relatives of an Iraqi Army anti-terrorism special forces commander, have been killed after 3 bombs exploded in a residential area in Iraq. The blasts occurred on Thursday in the town of Hit in the western Anbar province. Bombs were planted overnight at private homes of the officer, Walid al-Hidi, his parents, and his neighbor. They killed his parents, 2 sisters, and other relatives. Hidi himself and 7 other people were seriously wounded. The attacks underscore the resilience of Iraqi insurgents as the nation prepares for national elections in early March.
Au cours de ma carrière,